Final Fantasy is infamous for its mini-games, or at least the more modern ones anyway. I still haven't quite played Final Fantasies 5 and 6 just yet, so I don't know if those two games contain any mini-games. But based on the Final Fantasies that I have played, we're going to be taking a look in this video at my top 10 most hated, or disliked is probably a better word, mini-games. Ones that frustrate me, that induce rage, and that just downright make us want to scream. So coming in at the number 10 slot, so this is my least rage-inducing, so number 1 will be the one that I deem to be the worst offender. But in the number 1 slot, I have chosen to pick Blitzball. So we'll just go with an exhibition match here, and we'll pick, say, the Bonsos. We'll keep our team as it is. Ooh. Let's go in here. I've got players here that I'm not accustomed to. No, actually, just a minute, I've got to play so left front. Midfield, and then let's go bottom left, Jesse right, and keeper. That's the normal team I have near enough, minus the right fielder. I normally have Walker there for that one, but for now we'll just roll with it. So yeah, with its numerous different abilities to learn, one of which is Tidus's jet shot, and that's another mini game in itself. It's an annoyance. There's many different stats that we have to take into account here. Each match is approximately 10 minutes long, 5 minutes per half. Sometimes the stats don't always match up either. For instance, like, say I had I don't know, an 8 endurance, and that's 7 attack there that I just dealt with. They might attack me, and then even though it's lower than my endurance, it might still go through, which can be an absolute pain. Reach, because I'm going to pass, but we'll try. Oh, no, we got it. But to me, the game can get a little bit on the repetitive side. The sheer volume of games that you have to play in order to unlock certain features such as Walker's different limit breaks, and get his sigil to complete his celestial weapon, which also makes for a very irritating grind as well, essentially. And so that's why this one falls into the number 10 category. But what other mini-games have I selected for my list? Well, stay tuned to find out as we take a look at the next one, which is number 9. Okay, so for the number 9 slot, Unfortunately, I don't have any of my own data for this one, so I'm going to borrow some footage from fellow YouTuber Fuzzfinger. And the one that I have selected for part 9 is none other than the parade minigame, as shown off here by Fuzzfinger. And the objective of this one is to basically join the parade and basically fall in with the rest of the troops. Go in at the wrong time though, and you'll get dragged back. But once in the parade, you still have to keep up the good work in order to get the high score, which is, as you've just seen, what Fuzzfinger is doing there. He's demonstrating how to get the perfect score. Let's just fast forward along here. But yeah, so that's the one I've picked for the number 9 slot. I'm sorry the footage couldn't be better. Well, that I couldn't get my own footage, rather, sorry. But what better footage to replace it than Fuzzfinger? Alright, so next up then, we take a look at number 8. So in the 8th position, I've chosen one of the minigames that sits inside of the gold saucer, known as the 3D background. Granted, it's probably more annoying in the remake version of this, I reckon. But it's quite a challenge because it requires a lot of timing. Apparently I won that fight. And in the remake version, Rebirth, you have to face off against Sephiroth. I'm not sure about this version of the game. But to me, I find this game to be really annoying, especially the remake version. Oh. Looks like we're evenly matched here. Oh, I'm down. Anyway, so yeah, that's my pick for the 8th place minigame. So do continue sticking around to see what other minigames I have chosen for my top 10 biggest offenders for inducing gamer rage, frustration, and all the other trimmings that go with it. Okay, so in our number 7 slot for our top 10 minigames that cause rage, frustration, and all the trimmings that go with it, I have brought us over to Final Fantasy VIII, and the minigame in question is one that's probably frustrated quite a few with all its different rules. And just to show it off, it is the card game. So obviously you select from a different sort of cards within your own portfolio, whatever you want to call it. The objective is to take each other's cards by beating the points on each other's cards, essentially. So, however, it is not quite as simple. It's just being able to output your own. But there are numerous other rules that you need to play later on. Granted, you can remove some of these rules, but it's quite blind. You get things like the same rule that allow for multiple cards to be taken in one go. Then you've got the plus rule. And then another rule which frustrates me is the random rule that selects your hand for you. So you could have the strongest deck of cards in the game. And if the random rule happens to pop up, it can screw you over in a heartbeat by giving you a bunch of your lower level cards and only one of your decent cards, making your decent cards easy pickings for your opponent. So I'm just going to play off one more game here just to show it off a little bit more, and then we will move on to number 6 in our countdown. the end of each match. If you win, you can choose a selection of cards to add to your portfolio from their hand. The amount you can add depends on the trade wall the board goes for. Be it trade all, which basically wipes their entire hand, diff, which I believe basically gain a selection of their cards based on how much you won by. So if you won, I think it's like 4 and 6, you get to take 2 of theirs, 7 and 3, you get to take 4 of theirs, and anything above that is basically their entire hand. And then of course there's the trade direct, which is deadly because you basically claim what you take on the battlefield. So as I said, it's got an assortment of nasty rules. The other rule being the elemental rule, which can affect the stats of each card on the field if you place a card on said element. It's not the correct element type, it will reduce that card's strength. If it's the correct element, it will increase that card's strength. All in all, quite a pain in the arse minigame. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, for our number 6 slot, we are here in FF10 at the Thunder Blaze minigame. The question is the Lightning Dancer Dodger. Why have I chosen this one as a pain in the ass? Well, because unless you know how to dodge them, it's not pain in the butt. There is actually a specific technique, which I have done a walkthrough on. But also, it's the fact that there are certain goodies tied to it. 200 dodges consecutively. The only way to be able to successfully dodge properly is to know how to manipulate the RNG of the game. Like so. I go to this particular spot, you can manipulate where the lightning bolt is going to go. Like so. All that's required there is a change of time. So watch my video in my playlist to learn the full details. But as you can see, it's really to deal with. Yeah, you have to get 200 dodges consecutively. Oops. In order to get to the limits. Have to have dodged them in a row. There's no, oh, let's dodge 10 here, let's dodge 10 there. Oh, look at that, we've dodged 200 like that. There's no way. We've got to do 200 in a row. Hence the trick that I just showed off, where I manipulated the lightning bolts we're going to draw. And so that's why I have placed this one firmly in the number 5 spot. So, that's 5 down, 5 to go. Join me as we continue this countdown in my top 10 as we take a look at number 4. Okay, so in the number 5 slot, I've actually come over to Final Fantasy 9. And this one actually has probably what I deem to be probably the hardest Final Fantasy trophy to get if you don't know how to do the script manipulation. Which, if you want to learn how to do that, check out fustrating's channel, he's got a video on there somewhere. This minigame is known as the Jump Rope Challenge. To get the trophy that I was on about, you have to have jumped 1,000 times consecutively. Hence why I deem it to be one of the hardest. So I couldn't even get past 2 just then. Second jump that time around. But yeah, it gets faster and faster each time you successfully jump, making it harder and harder to be able to keep up. And that's why I put it in the 5 slot. Okay, stay tuned for the next one, which will be number 4. So, in the number 4 slot for our mini games countdown, I have selected a game that has given me quite a lot of frustration over time, and it is none other than Final Fantasy VII's snowboard minigame. With its awful controls, long-windedness, and are going all over the place. There's many obstacles as well that we can crash into as we work our way down. And this is probably got to be the first time around that I've actually got through here so far without crashing. Yep, no, here we go, here comes the crashing. It can be quite a frustrating minigame. The objective is simply just to dodge the obstacles, collecting the balloons, and getting down to the bottom in the fastest time. But also, on top of that, when doing the story, you're also controlling which parts of the snow area down below that you are going to end up coming out at. Thus making for quite a pain in the butt minigame, as it were. Alright, moving on to the next one then. So, in the number 3 slot of our countdown, I have chosen another FF10 minigame, and that is the Renan Temple Chocobo Race. Another infuriating minigame in the fact that you have to be the first to get down to the bottom, and if you want to get the trophy that goes with it, as well as the decent rewards, you have to get 45 chests and hit the bottom first. The chests that you grab teleport you around a little bit as well. It can still be a little bit on the frustrating side in the fact that the Chocobo does seem to deliberately pull itself towards the barrier and stuff, making it very, very hard. So another very frustrating minigame with numerous different rewards but difficult to get. Okay, so we have now got just 2 minigames left to choose, but what did I choose for the final 2? Stay tuned to find out. So in the number 2 slot I have picked a minigame from the remake of Final Fantasy VII known as the Pull-Ups Challenge. Now this game has infuriated me quite a few times.
The winner will be the one who does the most pull-ups.
And I had to try numerous different tactics to try and sort of get through this one.
Let's not disappoint each other.
Having to memorize a combination of buttons in a certain order in order to succeed.
You got this, come on!
On top of that, as you go further in, it speeds up and the buttons disappear so you can't see what's going on. You have to literally guess at where the arrow is. Or try to get your timings just right.
I knew you could do it!
In this case we got beaten.
Your form's looking good.
It is split into 2 parts as well.
Got this, come on. You should try to get into a
And of
rhythm.
course the combinations change somewhat as well.
Not bad at all. I knew you could do it.
It's the wrong button that time. So it can be quite a frustrating mini game. Like I said, it's enraged me quite a few times.
Thank you.
As you can see, I just got beat there. And there are trophies tied to it as well. He's not the worst opponent though. Jules is actually the worst, and yeah, it's pulled out quite a bit of rage from me over time. So that's the one that falls into second place. But which of these mini games is the worst offender for me? With rage inducing, frustration? Stay tuned to find out. So here we are at the end of the countdown. So, obviously we've had numerous other mini games that I've selected, but which of these mini games have I selected as the worst offender? Annoying, rage-inducing, frustrating, and just genuinely pull out annoying. Well, the one that I actually picked is none other legendary Capture Chocobo race from Final Fantasy X. This game, I'm pretty sure, has caused people to smash controllers, rage quit, get generally frustrated. Even fellow YouTuber Fuzzfinger, who I follow, ended up live streaming it in order to have his fans alongside for support to try and keep the rage down. I joke, of course, I'm pretty sure he did what he just said. Anyway, let's just give us a demonstration here for the video purpose. So in this mini game, the objective is to make it to the end within a certain time. Balloons will decrease time, but as you get further down, you start getting struck by birds. Of course, the Chocobo won't go the way you want it to very well. And of course, there are two different things that are tied to this particular game. You have to get 0.00 to get Titus's sigil. You also have to beat the trainer in order to get Titus's weapon as well. So that's so that is your number slot. So now that you've seen my top 10 countdown, let me know, what do you think? Do you agree with the choices that I've made? Or perhaps there are other mini games I haven't thought of that you might have that are more rage inducing. Let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to smash that like button, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, then please do consider it, because it really does support the channel. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.